everyone. Welcome to Day Trade Options. Once again, another extremely successful day today, even with a little bit of controversy in the beginning. But man, I traded very well today. I had zero losses today. The only, I guess, regret is I don't really regret not continuing to trade. That's not a good habit. I just didn't get into any SPX today, and I probably could have done extremely well with that, but I was really elated with my trades. I had a $6,540 day today, and shout out to Knight in the Discord because he's the one that helped me to get into a trade. I was watching ARM. I took my eyes off of ARM for a bit, and I wanted ARM to go through a level. Well, it did right out of the gates. I was busy watching other things. He had mentioned a couple times, "Hey, man, this thing is moving. Golly, look at it. This is moving." So I had a couple target areas, and I'll get to that one in a minute. I'll share you. I want to show you the others I got first, but of my first trades. But I got in it late and still made almost 5,000, or actually around $5,000 off of that trade, or right at it, with ARM. So it could have been probably a $10,000 trade. I got in it at least halfway after its move. So man, what an amazing day, amazing trades, and there were so many. There was a lot of opportunities, but there was also a lot of chop. So it wasn't the easiest. You just happened, you had to get the right trades. Case in point, TSM. Right out of the gate, it did exactly what I like to see it do, guys. It, let me make sure my sound is on and everything. Yes, I think everything is good with sound. So TSM, right out of the gates, did exactly what I like it to do. It was riding the 222. My 20 and my 200 EMAs were pretty close, or very close. You had price just tank below on the first candle, but then all the buying power pushed it up and it closed. It started to close here. So when this started coming back above, I entered 20 calls. So I was in it pretty heavy. It got up here. I scaled 10 on the top, somewhere around the top. Of course, you don't get the exact top. I don't believe I got the exact top. And then as it started to go down, I got out. I took 10 off. I took my 10, my second 10. I was out of the trade. I don't recall how much I was up profit. It was a pretty good amount, but it wasn't like a huge amount in any event. But what I did notice today that I forgot to pay attention to yesterday, that really that's what caused me to have my loss, was this. So burn me once, shame on you. Burn me twice. What's that saying? Shame on me. This time, I saw this happen with TSM, right? Huge candle down, but guess what? No follow through. So what does that tell me? This is gonna come back. Not always, but very, very high percentage. I don't know what that percentage is, but guys, if you ever see this happen and then there's no follow through and price starts going back the other way, you when you get huge candles, if you don't get a continuation in that direction right after, it's a fake out most of the time. And that's exactly what this was. So I entered back in right here. I think I got in only 10 this time, and I exited here, and that was it. I was done for that trade. Um, and so these two together, because I use the exact same strike or contracts. I just got in again with the same one, so I ran it up to like 1,300. I think it was $1,330 was my this was my trade just on TSM today. Um, then I had a trade with Tesla that I also got faked out, but I got out of that quick. I didn't make a whole lot on the Tesla trade, but I stayed green. I think a couple guys got in the TSM and ended up with losses in the group today. They just didn't get out quick enough. They rode that candle down, so that's kind of a bummer for sure. So, um, but they did get in the arm trade with me, which was really nice, and so that I think that made up for their trade. But my initial, I want to see when I entered. Oh, so I entered on this first candle on Tesla, guys. It's so funny. I start my day every day going, okay, I'm going to be patient. And I see these trades like it's such a good setup for me. Um, and this one I only entered in five. But I entered on this push through the uh well, here's what I noticed, just so you guys know, trading this strategy. Of course, the 20 and 200 was close. I have a long LRC here. This is a big deal for me. So I have the long LRC there. I noticed at pre-market it went down. I thought what I was seeing is a retest. You see it hit it here, it hit it here, hit it here, hit it here. It respects the long LRC like nobody's business. But here's what was really interesting. It came down, it retested, and I was like, ooh, this may be going, if it gets below 414, this thing may be going way down to the other side. So I was keeping an eye on that. That was in the back of my mind. But then I noticed price hit my LRC right here, went back up, recaptured really strong above this. So to me, this was its retest, and it reclaimed. So that's why I got in here with five, and I exited. I can't remember exactly. I think it was somewhere up here at 424, but I exited and I made $300 even, and that was it. So made 300 even. I could have probably made a lot more. Um, but what a crazy, and this is just something to pay attention to. If you guys have not started using the long LRC, I urge you to use it. It is key. And for those of you that I had the session with yesterday and you were asking about it, this is precisely how I see it and how I use it during a day trading. It doesn't take a whole lot in my grids. I can sit and see, okay, this is what price did here. I see price got below, it starts to reject it. So then I'm like, okay, I'm watching that. I'm going to see if, price comes back and starts going down. If it gets below my 414 level, I'm getting in puts. But it came down, hit my my anchored LRC, my version 5. This is a multiplier of 2. Hit it and reclaimed everything, pushing back up strong. That was my indication this is going to go. I actually thought this thing was going to, you know, get over 430 the way it was going, but it actually, guess where it hit? LRC level. Boom, straight down. Again, if you guys are trading this strategy and you're not in the Discord, or if you are in the Discord, pay attention to when this happens. If you're in this trade and you get it hit an LRC level and selling pressure comes in, take your profit. If it continues, who cares? You made great profit, but if you get this big drop down, then you're going to be frustrated because you gave back too much. So it's best to take profit. It's best if you scale out at the levels like I typically do. Um, I actually got out early on this. I think I got out. It's either at 424 or after it passed 424, but it was only it was a $300 profit. Um, so the best two other trades today, which was ARM, and this was this was such an incredible trade, and I called it late. And look at that. Ooh boy. I actually, I'll show you. I used my pullback strategy to get the $1,340 trade, but I got into I got into 10 positions, and I'll show you where I got in. So first off, I want to show you how good this setup, right, as far as the strategy goes. If you are, once again, trading the LRC strategy, pre-market, very tight 2200, right? We already had the big moves because of news and some other things going on pre-market. So, of course, our day was starting out. What's it going to do? Are we going to go, are we going to drop down to fill gaps? Are we going to, continue? Well, we had continuation with a lot of stocks, and we had chop with a lot. So, um, I think tomorrow may be amazing as again. I don't know if we'll have some cooling off, but there's always opportunities. That's why I have so many different. I have 24 different tickers that I watch, and I'll change those out at will. But anyhow, I will show you what I noticed. And so at pre-market, I noticed that this had failed the 162. But what's crazy is I completely took my eyes off the ball on this, and I was trading the others and didn't notice it. And Knight, thank you, Knight, because it helped me to have a really good day. I did see this move, but I think it was just hearing him in my ear made me go, you know what, I've got to give this a shot. And so um, I then noticed I was watching. I was like, oh my gosh, look at that thing! It's straight up, straight up. And this is what I mean by continuation. If you get a big candle like this, or what I mean by follow through, if you don't get another candle follow through and it starts going back down, get out of the trade, because a lot of times these big candles are fake outs and it's just going to go the other way. So this is a great example of the opposite of what I showed a second ago. Um, so anyhow, this just blasted up over the 20 to 200. Was so strong, went through two levels. When he called it out, I remember I was like, yeah, I know. It's already went through two of my levels. I'm just sitting here watching it, but I didn't get in it. And I was like, well, I've already missed it. But it stopped right here. And I was like, you know what, guys? If this gets above 172, we my next level was 189, way up there. So I was like, you know what? If it comes back down and if it gets above and retests 172, I'm going to give it a shot. And that's exactly what happened. And the way it set up was absolute perfection. Came down, next candle came, hit the 170, pushed all the way back up to 172. I was in 10, oh yeah, 10 contracts right there. I may have actually hit this one. Let's see. I may have got in this one. 10 contracts right here. Yeah, I started getting it as it crossed it. Yeah, it's the same candle, but well, no, for the very first green candle. I probably should have waited for this one. No, wait a minute. I did wait for that. I'm sorry. I did wait for that. I got in right here when this crossed the close, which is kind of my rule. Um, so I got in here with 10 contracts. Now, granted, these contracts were um, they were they were pretty pricey. I can't remember what they were, but I rode this all the way up to here, and I sold six, and then on my second candle I sold four, which is my strategy, right? I sell on the second red, and then I wait for a pullback. I called this out. We traded this in the group. I said, hey, I'm going to exit. I'm exiting six. I'm going to exit my last remaining four. And at this point, I made a $3,570 profit on that trade from here to here, which of course was a pretty significant move. You're talking one, one, two, three, four, five, six, almost 7 points. So big move, right? Um, but man, if I had got in right here, I could have added another, and not to be greedy, but could have added a lot more. Most likely it wouldn't have been as high a percentage because I probably would have scaled out here, probably would have scaled out here, scaled out there. So if I had got in here, I may not have held it the whole way like I did here. So circumstances do change the way I trade sometimes. There's no telling what would have happened, but man, what a beautiful, beautiful trade that was. I did not expect it to just blast through those two. It did. I am so glad it gave me the chance right here because it really made for a great day. So, um, what I did do though is I got back in, and I will show you where I got back in. And I got back in at that time. It was a little bit, oh no, it was right here. Okay, it was on this candle, just like I normally would. It was actually and I got out quick, but it worked out. It wasn't as good or as clean of a pullback. I usually like it doing this, coming back and touching the 20. It doesn't have to, and of course it didn't. We had this pullback, 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 pullback. Got a green candle. I told the guys, hey, I'm getting in. If I get a move over the close of the green candle, just like I normally do, I bought 10 again right here. It moved all the way to here and I sold. That was it. $1,340 done. And I was done for the day. Made for an easy day, guys. I hope you guys had a great day. It was fantastic. So anyway, great day. I'm not going to spend too much time. Just want to show you there were so many really good trades that you could have had today. SPY was not so shabby. This area looked bad, but once it broke back above this, oops, this trend line right here. Oh, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. My daughter came in for a second. Um, so yeah, I mean this was a great trade here. Excellent trade. Easy trade. Just to, you could have scalped this right up here for a good amount of money. Actually, could have got back in above the 606.50 level. Um, I don't know why my cloud is so big. Let me remove that. I did have a cloud. I didn't realize it was that big. Um, this right here, you could have got in on these, traded up to the LRC. Once again, SPX, you're going to profit $400, even with just on this with one, you're probably every bit of 1,000 or $1,300 on this big move. This move was quite awesome. Would have been an easy trade to get in. Worked out exactly as we like. One of the things we talk about with the group is it's really good to see price come below the 20 EMA and then reclaim it. Stay over here.
So red.
Okay. That's my daughter again. Um, so anyway, very easy trades today. Came down price. The thing that kind of would have given this would have sold this for me is the pull back through the 606.50 and stopping right on the LRC. Once that thing regained the 20 EMA, that's your entry right here. If you're looking at this live any other time and you get these scenarios, that's your entry. And I know this is hindsight, but that's exactly how it works almost every single time, day in and day out. It's just really tremendous. Same thing here. Came down, hit the yellow LRC, reclaimed the 20. You could have scalped this for a decent scalp. It's only 2 candles, but SPX, that's a few $100s. Same thing again. Came down, hit the LRC, came down, got below the LRC. This time used the 200. Got back above the LRC. Boom, that's your entry. Exit at the 20 at the green. You can use this to scalp SPX every day, all day. I think my most of my profits this year have come from scalping and trading SPX using this strategy. So anyway, had a really great day. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I can't wait. I hope it's going to be as good of a day. I'm not going to get too overconfident, but I've had some really good days lately, so I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. And I think if I keep managing my risks like I do, I'll be fine. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys had a green day. I hope you had as uh, as good of a day as I did, if not at least a really good day. And if you guys are interested in joining the server, the link will be in the description down below. If you're interested in getting more, watching more of these videos, some of these recaps, um, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you don't mind. That would be fantastic. And also, if you want to join the Discord and have questions, feel free to come in anytime and ask questions. I try to help everyone that I can. I know I've had a request to show how I put in my support resistance levels. I'm going to work on that shortly. I've been pretty busy with family stuff, so once I get a moment, I will definitely do that and put together a very detailed. I may do a live recording and a session with a group so everybody can see it, ask questions, and we can do it all live. I may do that. I don't know. I'm still deciding. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a great evening, and let's do this again. You guys have a great night.